On this episode of New England Living,
Yeah, it's clean, it's classic, it's preppy, but there's also real natural touches.
I love horses. I actually got involved with thoroughbreds at a young age with my father.
You can actually sit in the jacuzzi in the fall, open up those doors, and watch football on the TV, and it's the best.
You can eat these. These are great. You peel them back inside. It's a tuber.
Welcome to New England Living. I'm Parker Kelly. And I am passionate about art, architecture, and design. I also love to travel, meet new people, and I'm definitely a foodie. Join me each week as I travel all over this beautiful region, showcasing the most spectacular homes and meeting the key players involved in creating them. To top it off, I'll cook up some delicious dish with a chef, and we'll finish it off with a celebration of it all. I'm Parker Kelly, and this is New England Living.
New England Living TV is brought to you by Clark, Sub-Zero Wolf & Co., Kohler's Signature Store by Supply New England, and Marvin Windows and Doors. And of course, please stop into the all-new Seven Tide in the Seaport District in Boston.
Today I'm on my way to Edgartown, Massachusetts, on the island of Martha's Vineyard that sits in the Atlantic Ocean just south of Cape Cod. Edgartown is on the eastern end of the island, known as Down Island, and was incorporated in 1671. Edgartown Light, one of two lighthouses in town, defines the entrance to the harbor. Edgartown is well known as having been one of the primary ports for the whaling industry during the 1800s. English settlers learned whaling from the Wampanoag, who were renowned for their harpooning skill. Ships from all over the world would come into Edgartown's sheltered bay, and ships' captains would build large homes for their families. Over the past 25 years, there has been a renewal of these historic mansions. Although many people call Edgartown home year-round, it is primarily known today as a summer tourist destination, with lots of shops and restaurants and a village that is easily traversed on foot or by bicycle. There are 9 beaches, including the popular South Beach, a yacht club, and several preserves and reservations in the town. Edgartown also includes the island of Chappaquiddick that has its own very small but very busy ferry system. I'm on my way to meet Caitlin and Peter Respec in their newly built 6,700 square foot federal colonial home. The home, which was designed by architect Patrick Ahern and built by Peter and his team, is in the Edgartown Historic District and within walking distance to town. Respec Builders has been building custom homes for more than 30 years on the island. However, this is the first home Peter built for himself. The couple moved in a year ago with their 2 children, Olive and Peter, and absolutely love it and the location. We're going to meet these homeowners, take a tour of their home, and then Peter and Caitlin are turning their fabulous kitchen over to Chef Kevin Kroll, and we're going to cook up a dinner party and celebrate New England living in Edgartown. Hi! You must be Caitlin. Nice to see you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Peter, oh, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, what a lovely location right in town.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so what do you call this room?
Just the living area.
Living area.
Yeah.
Really nice. I mean, the details. I mean, the walls, the moldings. Wow, those are gorgeous.
This is actually a trim detail that the architect and I have been using for quite a few years.
Here, this is a gorgeous table. Is this where we're going to have our dinner party?
Yes. We made it all open because I feel like I'm always cooking, and then I would like to also socialize.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's why the kitchen and everything's open so everyone can hang out.
Yeah, it's clean, it's classic, it's preppy, but there's also real natural touches and grounded by the antiques. The placemats really warm up the Carrera. This kitchen. I cannot wait to cook with Kevin in here.
It is so, it's set up literally, like as soon as I moved in, I said, honey, this is literally perfectly set up for everything I need to do. Everything is all right here.
I was most concerned about bringing the different colors in and bringing in the navy from the outside. But the layout is all Caitlin's. She wanted it to be laid out a certain way she does, I would say, most of the cooking, but she does all of the cooking. Well, behind you is actually the pantry.
Okay.
And,
so real butler's pantry. Yeah.
With enough storage for me, because I like a lot of storage.
Let's just say, though, this is so key in a home to have this space here.
It was one of the few. I had a 5-thing wish list for my house, and this was one of them. Come down here and see the office.
So this is your front door, but you don't use your front door
Generally
as
not,
much.
yeah.
This is your office, and very masculine with pocket doors, which I always love. Oh, the paper. The paper is gorgeous. Did you choose this also?
I did not. He did, but I love the
This
texture.
is actually my room, so
Yes, you
I
chose all of it.
Everything. A lot of different pictures of horses. I love horses. I actually got involved with thoroughbreds at a young age with my father, so I actually own a few thoroughbreds.
Oh, you do?
I like to run up in the New York area. Saratoga is one of my favorite places to go during the summer.
Yeah, we used to go up there.
2 weeks into dating, I took her to Saratoga.
And his horse won.
Oh, wow.
We were in the winner's circle the first time I ever went to Saratoga. Yeah.
Unfortunately, she thinks that's what's supposed to happen every time, but that was a great day.
So on to the second floor.
Yes. This is the master.
Oh, that fireplace. Ooh.
Beach stone fireplace.
And the gray back on the bricks instead of black. Is that to go with the tonality of the stones?
Correct. And so we head out to the deck.
Yes. A deck off the master, very nice to have.
This deck was created so that there's a space between the garage and the main house. The sun sets in the front, so it lets the light in the afternoon up around in the back, the pool area.
Very nice. And a nice vantage point of all your other beautiful parts of your landscape and your design. Oh, and very beachy, very beautiful cottage feel here. And of Carrera again.
Always in style.
Always in style, never dated. And that tub, that soaking tub with the real cloth feet, very beautiful. And the his and her, separate.
Separate but together.
Oh, this color is really pretty. Oh, this color.
This was the color of the nursery in the old house, and I love it.
We designed this originally that was actually doors out to that back deck. When we decided it was going to be
My daughter's room.
that we eliminated the doors and made them windows.
Safety.
Safety. Future safety.
Yes, exactly. So, what should we say? Don't cry for me, Argentina.
What is the name?
I don't know, but doesn't it feel like you should sing Argentina?
It does. It's a Juliet balcony.
Yes, it is. Oh, look at this. Oh, and it's really covered too. Oh, and this is beautiful.
The big skylight on the open deck.
How nice. And this really, you know how people say they want their indoors to flow to their outdoors? But this really is indoors flowing to your outdoors, because this is really indoors, outdoors. It really is, though.
Well, this is really what people want when they come to Martha's Vineyard in the summer. And we live here year-round, so it's really our favorite place to hang out.
It's the perfect spot. Like, everyone comes over, all of our families come here. The pool, the seating area, we have dinner out here. It's all covered, even though we're downtown.
So how far into the season do you use this space?
We swim until mid-October. You know, it's unbelievable.
And so is this a saltwater pool or a chlorine? Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It just has that beautiful color.
It's a real soft feeling.
You can actually sit in the jacuzzi in the fall, open up those doors, and watch football on that TV. And it's the best.
So tell me about your backyard. There must have been a strategic plan. It didn't just develop this way, looking like it's been here forever.
Well, we had to build the pool house first, and then actually do the perimeter planting with arborvitaes and all the taller plants around the outside. In the back of the garage, I put a carriage house door so that you could actually drive and access through the garage. It really makes it comfortable back here. You don't realize that you're really downtown. It's a nice feel.
The Amish built this in about 5 days. They erected it in 5 days.
5 days.
Clark, New England's official Sub-Zero and Wolf showroom and test kitchen, offers 3 reasons to begin your project here. Explore the world's finest appliances. Then cook and taste Wolf's culinary perfection. Be inspired by innovative design. Do you crave extraordinary? Visit clarkliving.com to plan your visit.
Imagine a place where you can design the kitchen or bath of your dreams. No need to travel from store to store to find exactly what you want. One place where you can design and shop the full line of world-class Kohler fixtures, plus the top names in cabinetry, and hundreds of Kohler surface options, all with in-store design assistance. Visit the Kohler Signature Store today, the perfect place to create your ideal space.
Technology is changing the world of home design, and Marvin at Seven Tide has embraced this evolution to create a unique and truly personalized window and door experience. Compare various configurations, experiment with colors and wood species, all in a high-tech, high-touch environment that strives to inspire creative freedom and discovery. You'll come away with confidence knowing that you're doing the right thing for your home. Book an appointment at marvin7tide.com.
The most common type of sealer is an impregnating sealer, which penetrates the stone and fills the porous part of the stone so that stains don't penetrate. An enhancer is going to actually alter the surface of the stone a little bit by enhancing the color, giving it an extra shine, and it will also protect it. And the Zero Care products come already pre-treated, and those will not stain or etch.
After the home tour with Caitlin and Peter, local legend and award-winning architect Patrick Ahern stopped by. Pete, Patrick, and I sat down in the outdoor living space to talk about the home and their history together as builder and architect.
We see with the same set of eyes. I mean, that's really unique between contractor and architect.
How many homes have you built together?
30. We just figured it out, 30.
30?
Yeah.
This is your first time doing your own home. And so how are you as a client, too?
He was good. Caitlin, had her list of things that were important to her in the house, and then Peter had his, and I knew a lot more about what Peter might like and how important the garage was and the truck places and it neat and organized. And
in the boiler room?
Right, in the boiler room, which is a good testament to how things are structured. So it looks like the inside of a nuclear submarine. Every pipe and every valve is lined up, yes, and every bolt is turned a certain way.
A lot of your work, all of your work, talks about the story behind, yes, everything.
The story would be that it would be the captain's house on the streetscape, and then there was the carriage house or the barn stable building that was added on over time, and then there was a porch that got connected, and then that porch got enclosed over time again, so that from the streetscape there's a logic and hierarchy of implied history of how this house could have been. Put a new house in place that looks as though it could have been here for 300 years, that was lovingly restored.
Build new to look old.
Yeah, well, your home is amazing. It's gorgeous. Continued success to both of you. After we said goodbye to Patrick, we headed over to Bad Martha, a farmer's brewery and tasting room on Upper Main Street in Edgartown, on the property of Donna Rama's nursery, the same nursery who provided the flowers for Pete and Caitlin's wedding, and who still furnished their home with beautiful bouquets. A beer lover and businessman, Pete partnered in the brewery with his friend Jonathan. The building was yet another Patrick Ahern project that Patrick designed and had built by the Amish.
The Amish built this in about 5 days. They erected it in 5 days.
5 days.
They built it down in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and it's all peg and board. You see there are no nails anywhere. And they came up here and did a barn raising.
Must be crazy hard, though, really, doing a brewery. Had you had any experience in it before?
No, we just like beer. We're using local ingredients.
Okay, local hops.
Local hops. So what you're drinking, the hops are grown right here on these plants right here. We give our grains, our spent grains, to all the local farmers for their livestock, and then we give the first 10% of our profits back to the island, to Island Food Pantry, which is a hunger relief organization. So we're trying to do something very local, be part of the community, and it seems to be working.
But I'll tell you, the best part about this is the fact that we both come here on a regular basis, and it's not work, and we come here and we enjoy ourselves. I come here with my wife, I come here with my kids, Jonathan comes here all the time with his wife and family. We just enjoy being here.
It tastes so good, this
partnership. How do you like a beer?
It's very good. Nothing says the beginning of summer like getting out on a boat. So to wrap up the evening, I met Pete, Caitlin, and their kids at their slip in Oak Bluffs, and we headed out into the Sound.
Oh my gosh. This is my first time having a dahlia bulb. Oh, I love that one. You like that one?
So a little olive oil.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous painting right there.
Remember your first bike? No, your first real bike. So can you imagine the feeling you'll get from your first real truck? The GMC Sierra. Current GM lessees can get this low mileage lease on this 2018 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition for around $199 per month, or get 17% below MSRP when you finance through GM Financial. We are professional grade GMC.
The next morning, I met up with Chef Kevin Kroll of Détente, a modern seasonal restaurant featuring European-influenced American fare in downtown Edgartown. Kevin wanted to take me to some of his favorite go-to farmers and fishermen on the island. It was an interesting whirlwind tour around the island that started with North Tabor Farm, where we met Rebecca, picked up some fresh organic vegetables, visited the chickens, and tried something new.
What do you got in there?
Dahlia bulbs.
Dahlias?
Dahlia, like flowers. Yeah, we haven't got them in the ground yet.
We can eat these. These are great.
You mean you can eat them?
Yeah, you peel them back inside. It's a tuber. Yeah, it's kind of like radish. Some are sweeter, some are a little more sharp, crisp, but...
Well, you want to try some? Do you ever sell
Yeah.
these for what he's talking
You
about?
know, I haven't, but I'm not opposed to.
I'll show you the inside there. It's cool. See?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Peel it
So this
back
kind of
inside.
like-
Some of them
Oh
are
my
sweeter than
gosh.
others.
This is my first time having a dahlia
Oh my gosh,
bulb.
it really has a strong flavor and it's very sweet.
Oh, it is like a water chestnut kind of.
Oh, they're really good.
That's
cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Our next stop was down a long and bumpy road out in the middle of, well, Chilmark, to Martha's Vineyard Mycological, a shiitake mushroom farm providing a delicious, sustainable source of protein for island chefs and beyond. Two Harvard students, Tucker and Truman, who met in a fungi class, created and now run the operation. The chef introduced me to Truman, who walked and talked us both through the process. It was absolutely fascinating.
Historically, there hasn't been much agriculture here because the soil isn't very good. We figured out that with all the construction that goes on here, people are always cutting down the forest, and it was basically just getting chipped or turned into mulch or burnt as firewood. We could actually produce protein off of it in the form of shiitakes.
Yeah, this one, geez, this one's
Yeah,
full of
look
them.
at
Yeah, so this is going to be a real nice spring producer. Every 5 weeks, I'll produce this amount of mushrooms off this. And it's much meatier, it's much denser. It would be the equivalent of like an heirloom tomato versus a hydroponic tomato. We're maybe farming, I don't know, 1.5 acres, and we're producing the equivalent protein of like a 200-acre cattle farm.
So new every day.
You know?
Our whirlwind foodie tour of island businesses continued as the chef and I headed to Martha's Vineyard Sea Salt Company, where owner and salt farmer Heidi Feldman told us her story, showed us her salt evaporator, and set out a tasting for us. Fresh eggs and salt from local waters in flavors like smoked oak, blueberry honey, and lemon dill. A delightful combination.
Lemon verbena and dill. This is sumac, paprika, and garlic. Blueberry honey.
That shines through. Sometimes salt's like with seasoning, sometimes salt just overpowers. But yeah,
Oh, I love this one. You like that
Yeah.
one?
A last quick stop at Menemsha Fish House turned out to be fortuitous, as the boat had just arrived with the day's catch. Chef and I had quite a fruitful day as we gathered many of the fixings for a delicious dinner.
Ready.
We parted ways for the time being, and I met back up with Pete and Caitlin at their son's AA minor Little League game. even though I had a busy morning with the chef and we had a dinner party to put on. First things first, kids, family, community, and baseball. Time seemed to slow right down and everything was back into perspective. I don't know who won the game, and I don't really think it mattered, but it was definitely worth it.
So now we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor, I guess.
Exactly. Isn't that a beautiful painting? Delicious.
All right.
Innovation, technology, design. It is why the Seaport District is the fastest growing area in Boston. It's also the reason we selected the Innovation District as the home of Seven Tide. If you're looking for a one-of-a-kind experience filled with design inspiration, a place where you can explore, see your ideas come to life, this is the place. Think of Seven Tide as a design adventure for your home, featuring the most trusted top-tier brands in their industries. For homeowners and designers alike, it's a unique approach to home design. You can visit Clark's newest Sub-Zero and Wolf showroom and test kitchen, giving you hands-on access to the world's finest appliances, or take in the country's first experience center for Marvin Windows and Doors. Our goal is to provide inspiration in an exceptional space that offers a relaxed and very personal experience. If you like what you see, we'll refer you to an authorized dealer. But while you're at Seven Tide, there's no pressure. Even the parking is complimentary. We want to cultivate an atmosphere that's free from anxiety so you can focus on what's right for the design of your home. New England has some of the finest designers in the country, and here you'll see an exciting array of their work in full-scale kitchens. You'll be able to see, touch, and even taste your kitchen design. Both inside and out, Seven Tide offers the perfect setting to bring your ideas to life. We want you to rethink what's possible. Adjacent to Clark, you'll find Marvin Windows and Doors. They offer a high-tech, high-touch experience that invites you to reset your expectations for what a home can be. After visiting Marvin, you'll never think about windows and doors the same way again. Whether you're a homeowner or a designer, building a new custom home or remodeling, we invite you to come experience the possibilities. Come be inspired, be informed, and ultimately be at home at Seven Tide.
For more information for your home inspiration, visit seventide.com. Yours by design.
Back at the home, Chef Kevin was setting up in the kitchen, and it wasn't long before guests started to arrive. The whole crew, Pete and Caitlin's family.
You remember Chef Kevin Kroll from Detente. Boy, did we have fun today.
Yeah, quite a run around town.
I would say, I think
around the island, really.
I think we hit almost every town, it seemed,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, so, and
so where do we start?
So we're going to start with a black bass crudo, a little...
now that's the black bass we got today.
It's the black bass down in Meneptah.
Right,
It was fresh off the boat. I think it's some of the best fish you're going to have here. So we sliced it, sliced really thin. So I'm going to plate this up for you here. We're going to start with a little smoked avocado. So we're going to do a little
plating.
Yeah, this is a light plate. So we'll lay some of the fish.
Just kind of.
And then the dahlia. And I already shaved a little fennel, just a little olive oil. This is for a little acidity, because we want a little brightness here. And this will drizzle down onto the fish.
Is that lemon?
It's
or
actually
lime?
yuzu juice. Okay. So we're going to put a little of those down.
Nice on top of that.
Some of the dahlia bulbs, and these are turnips.
Beautiful, isn't it?
So there we go.
Oh, look at that.
So we dehydrated some olives.
Okay, that looks so, that nice dark color right over the top of that.
So this is just a different way. It adds a little brininess to it. Obviously the saltiness to it as well. So a little olive oil.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous painting right there. Okay, so shall we try it?
Yeah, of course. Isn't that fish fantastic?
That's so light.
A little texture to it, just enough texture.
No, that is delicious. All right, what's next?
So next, I wanted to showcase a classic dish that we have at Detente. This is our truffle peach salad. So here we have verjus, which is unfermented grape juice.
Okay.
It's kind of like a vinegar, but not as acrid. So we mix it with a little white truffle oil. So the peaches, we just gently toss them. We're gonna do a small little dish here. Just plate. We're gonna take some of the arugula. Just gonna gently use the same juice from the peaches. Right there. And then we've just gently warmed taleggio cheese.
All right.
All right.
Best way to do it here?
Just dive right in.
This is
Go for
really
it.
baby arugula too. Delicious. Wow, that was good. Oh, that peach tastes so good with that.
So we are going to work on our next dish, which is some pan-seared fluke. I just salted and peppered it a little bit, and I'm going to pan-sear it in a little vegetable oil. Okay. Here we have some fiddleheads, and then all these are some ramps. So we're going to just do a little accent. So here we go. So our lobster risotto, a plate like so. So
oh, look at that.
We're going to do, let's do a little piece like that. We've taken kimchi. We dehydrate it till it's really crunchy, or we can pulverize it in a spice grinder. A little on the fish, and then we'll sprinkle a little bit around the plate.
Delicious.
All right. On the way home, I picked up some buttermilk from Grey Barnes. We have a blueberry buttermilk bread pudding. We used the eggs from North Tabor that we had, and then we've salted from MVC salt. We use some salt to make a rum caramel. Elderflower lemon curd. So we're going to a little bit of that on top.
Oh, that's really nice. Delightful. You guess you're going to be happy.
I think so. All right.
All right, everybody. Dinner served.
Dinner served.
Thank you.
Chef Kevin Kroll from Detente. Oh my goodness. Do we all agree?
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Good stuff.
Pete and Caitlin, your family, the time I've had here has just been incredible. Really incredible. Beautiful family. Building homes, building family, building community. Just like wholesome goodness. Just beautiful. That's New England Living from Edgartown, Massachusetts. Until next week, I'm Parker Kelly. Cheers. Accommodations provided by Hobnob, a luxury boutique hotel and spa located on Main Street in Edgartown. Exceptional personal service in a relaxed and elegant setting, hosting visitors for nearly 100 years.